Hi, welcome to my videos. So I'm going to be doing these weekly videos from now on, kind of just talking about some of my favorite products in Mary Kay, or maybe some of the new ones like we're doing today. But today we're going to be doing our spring compact, but first I want to show you this side. This is this side. So you notice they're probably a little different in the eyes, because our compact today has a main point of eyes. So I did one side already, and haven't done the other. What I do have across my whole face though is our CC cream. So I got my moisturizer in with a little bit of color, and our matte Time Wise foundation. And I also have concealer under both eyes. Obviously one with eye makeup on, one without. And something I'm going to do a little different is I'm going to actually add primer to the eye, to my eye that's not done. Backwards video, still getting used to it. I'm going to add primer to this eye so you can see the difference between how the end result is with using a primer or without using a primer. So we're going to start with our eye primer, which we have a clear eye primer that you can use, but we also have a cream eyeshadows which act as primers, and they're one of my favorites because they're quick, they're easy, and they do have a little bit of color for the days that I don't want to add anything extra. So I'm going to put that on real quick. See if I can do this with my wrong eye. We're just gonna, and that just goes across the lid. Just go across the lid. And this is acting as a primer. It helps to have the mineral eyeshadow adhere. It also, our cream eyeshadows are also waterproof and crease proof, so it holds everything in place really well. And that was Glacier Gray. I would also use Beach Blonde in this application at other times, just depending on my mood for that day. So we're gonna, like I be saying, we're gonna be doing our spring compact, which is this one. And this is really cute. It's our Italian designer did our whole spring line, and so this is the compact that goes with it. So in the compact, have to remember which way I'm going. We have 4 eyeshadows, and these are made to be complementary colors to each other. So whether you use one or all 4, you kind of have a pre-made eye matching look. And I'm going to go ahead and use all 4 today, so that way you can see if you want to do a little less, you just take out a step. And there's also the 3 lip colors, and coral, pink, and nude. And those are kind of the hot colors right now. So it's really nice little compact. It comes with a little eye applicator and lip applicator brush and the mirror, and it folds in. And the whole thing's only $35. So, before tax. So that's really, 4 eyeshadows and 3 lip glosses for $35 is phenomenal. Gotta love Mary Kay's economical standpoint. But we're gonna go ahead and get everything started. So the first color you're gonna wanna apply is your base color. And then today I'm gonna go ahead and use the light pale blush pink we have right here. I would sometimes use the silver if I was going for a more dramatic look, but it's kind of nice to be daytime springy, and so that's what I'm doing today. So we're gonna take, and this is our brushes. So we actually have different brushes. This is my travel set, my personal travel set, and my demo set. But I have another set. What Mary Kay offers right now is full-size brushes. They're all natural hair, and the whole set comes for $55, including your bag and your 5 brushes that you'll see me use today. And it's really a great set because it helps just with eye application. You could, of course, always use your little applicator here or the sponge tips, whatever works best for you. I just find that brushes give you a more precise application, which also allows you to not have to fix it as much and to get a better distribution of color, which saves you from using more than you need. So we're going to start with the light pink though. I have to remember which side. Yep, doing the side. So, and I'm doing this in here, so hopefully you can see. If it's a little funny, you know why. I'm still practicing. So you're going to just do across your lid with the lightest shade. You're just going to go across, gentle strokes. And there's 2 different ways to apply eyeshadow. You do gentle strokes for a nice light coverage. If you're wanting a more impactful coverage, you do dabbing. And I'll show you that in a little bit with a different color. So you're going to go across this. Now I have close-set eyes, so I'm also going to do up to my brow bone. And that just adds some extra shimmer to the eye and out because my eyes are a little close-set. If you have wide eyes, you wouldn't need to go all the way out to the end of your eye. And but that's also something in a custom color consultation. I'd be more than glad to help you figure out which eye kind you have and what looks best for your eye shape. So right now we've got the base color on, and even just right now you could probably see a slight difference between how well that shows up on this eye versus the other one because of that primer. It's not having to combat with my pH balance or the redness of my own skin. So that was the Pale Blush. So our next color we're going to do is going to be in our crease. So a crease brush is pointed and allows you to get into the ridges of crease. And today I'm going to go ahead and use the silver as the crease color. You could use this plummy purpley color, which is gorgeous, but I'm going to use it more as an accent color today. So you're going to do the edges, and then you get up into, whoops, I got my nose there, up into the crease. And some people you can just do the outside crease is where you're going to do the primary focus. And then you can see I made the boo-boo. I got my nose. So I'm going to just wipe it off. And if you ever get too much and it doesn't, you can't just wipe it off without, really pressing hard, there's an eye makeup remover trick that I can show you in the next video or in a personal consultation. But what you're doing with this crease color is you're giving a definition to that crease so that you get the openness of your eye. That's what's really nice about a crease color. And I tend to do this in a darker color, but not a black, not a dark brown. That tends to be more of my accent color so that I don't get really dark eyes, because my eyes are also a little deep set. So, once again, your eyes are a little different. We can get together for a custom color for that. So, that's where we're at right now. So that's 2 easy steps already done. Our base color and our crease. And that is our crease brush. And then we started with our, whoops, what did I do with it? Our base brush, which was a flat brush. You do that one for your lid. So now we're going to do our accent color, which is one of my favorites, because this is where the colors I get to play with them a lot. If you're kind of a color gal, this is a great way to add a little notch to your color look and have it be different while still doing the same old thing in everything else. Nobody will notice though. So I'm going to take this purple hue here, and I am taking my round brush, which is going to be my blending brush later, but I like applying it with this because it gives a direct application of color. This one I am going to use for my mirror because being a darker color, I don't want to end up with it everywhere on my face. So give me 1 second. What you do here is you apply to the outer corner of your eye. Just a little dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, dab. Okay. And see? A little purple. Now that's quite a bit of purple. Let's see if I can get this. I have to do where I don't see, do it as I feel, because I can do it as I feel. And a little bit of practice goes a long way. A little bit of not doing it in the camera goes a long way. So there's dust off the bottom there. And then what's really important about this is being able to blend. Blend is where it's at when you're using multiple colors. So I'm going to just kind of dust off the brush a little bit. And then I'm going to take this round brush again, my blending brush. And I'm just going to swirl along where I just applied that color, just to get away any of those lines that may be there. There we go. And I know I've got some overage here, so that's why I haven't done foundation under my eye. I've only done the concealer because we're going to go in with a little foundation afterwards to clean it up. Makes it a lot easier than trying to go in and make it perfect to begin with. Just add a layer of your foundation over, easy peasy. So that's our 3 colors already. How's it looking? See the difference? Okay. So the last step we're going to do is going to be a liner color. Now you can do a regular liner with a pencil. We have a fantastic gel liner which looks like liquid, goes on like a pencil. Wonderfully, wonderfully well-defined eyes. But if you're looking for something a little softer, using an eyeshadow or one of our cream eyeshadows is a great way to just have that eyeliner look without having it be so upfront in everybody's face. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this brown, and are these colors just great? How they're just so springy and earthy to them with that little bit of pastel hint. It makes me think of like a big flower. So, and I'm going to do this one in the mirror again. Oh no, I'm going to go ahead and do it right here. So this is the way you do it. You go down, when you do an eyeliner, you go at a downward angle, and you keep the angle of your brush. So you can see here, this is an angled brush. So you want to keep that angle where the shorter angle is to the outside, so that you do slight sweeping motions to the outside. And you want to get it into that lash line. If you're wanting a little bit more of a defined eye than this, but not a full pen eye, what you can do is you can get your brush a little wet before you dab it in your color. Ooh. There we go. Before you dab it in your color, and it'll give you a more refined amount of pigment on that brush. So there we go. I'm just going to finish up this little lining here. I'm not doing too much lining because I've already got a lot of color going on, so I don't want it too distinct. And there we go. So that's little eye. Now it's time to clean things up. So what you're going to do again is just take your blending brush. For anything on your actual eye, you're just going to blend outward in circles. Circles are your friend because they help get rid of the little extra dusties. Okay. So a little bit looks like I got punched because of that dropping of that eyeshadow. This is why I pull out my foundation. And it seems like kind of like an extra step, but in reality it allows you to get that deeper pigment and not having to worry about messing up so much. So it takes a little less time. So I'm going to go ahead and use I'll put my palette down. I'm going to go ahead and use my Timewise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. And I'm going to use my foundation brush. And then, just so you know, with the brushes, our liquid foundation brushes and anything that's made for our cream is going to be a synthetic hair because that's going to not absorb the extra material, whereas all of our eyeshadow brushes are going to be synthetic. Yes, for the cream brushes, all of the mineral or the mineral powder or any of the dry brushes are going to be natural hair because they best allow the product to sift through and distribute evenly. So I'm just going to put this on real quick. And just lightly stroke, because you never want to touch under your eye area more than absolutely necessary, because it's going to add to bruising, and we don't want bruising. We want nice, healthy, not bruised, not black circle eyes. So, and then you just do downward strokes to keep it. And this is also really great because you don't have oils in your brush when you clean them regularly, which keeps the oils off your face, which helps to decrease any agitation or irritation or bacteria growth. Just going to sweep away. There we go. You just get up under that eye area where that concealer is. And you sweep down nice and easy. There you go. So you've got two eyes now. Well, always had two eyes, but two eyes done. But you look here at the differences in between the primer and the primer of the eye we just did, not the primer on the other one, and how those colors can distribute differently based on that. So it's kind of just a different way to how your color goes on, how it applies. You always need primer, but a lot of times primer will save you both in your product of your eye colors and in your application time. So, and then we're going to do a little bit of cheek color. I'm going to dab some on here real quick. We have mineral cheek colors. I'm using one of my old favorites, Cream, which we now also carry in, we have a duo sticks that carry that, and I'll feature those at different times. So I'm just going to throw on a little bit of blush. We'll do a whole blush demo at some point, but not today. Just focus on that palette. And then our last step is going to be our eyeshadow palette, or our lip color, I mean, in the eyeshadow palette. So sometimes it might be hard to think, which color should I do? See? So today we've got Coral, the pink. Oh, that's the pink. The Coral, the nude, and the pink. With a more defined eye, it tends to be better to go to a lighter palette template. I tend to prefer pinks, so that's what I'm going to do today. But obviously you come with lots of choices for the different looks depending on how you apply those eyeshadows. So we're just going to get a little bit of my color here. One second while I grab my little application brush. Okay. You would just use the little brush or your own fingers, if it's your own palette, obviously. This is the pink. I'm just going to apply it on. Nice, smooth lip gloss, just for that hint of color. There we go. So that is our spring palette, all said and done. You can see the difference there with the eyes. Awesome. Thanks, you guys. See you next week.